The Golden State Warriors will enter the 2025-26 season looking to chase another championship, this time with their new star trio of Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green. Of course, the Warriors' prior star trio of Curry, Green, and Klay Thompson ended last offseason when Thompson chose to sign with the Dallas Mavericks in free agency, who acquired him via sign and trade. The big three of Curry, Thompson, and Green helped the Warriors create a dynasty, winning 4 championships together, 2 of which also included Kevin Durant on the roster. While that star trio is no longer a thing, the Warriors are hoping that their new big three of Curry, Green, and Butler can help them win another championship over the next few seasons, though they have failed to make any moves in free agency this offseason as they continue to await a decision by restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga. Patrick Beverley makes bold claim about Warriors' dynasty. As Golden State continues to look for ways to upgrade their roster this offseason, former NBA player Patrick Beverley stole the headline from the Warriors on Sunday after he made a bold claim about Golden State's dynasty. On his podcast, Beverley said that he believes that if the Warriors put Paul George into Thompson's role during their dynasty, that they would probably have won more championships. If you put Paul George in that role as Klay Thompson, playing with Steph, Curry, Draymond Green, and Andre Iguodala, I think that Golden State probably wins more championships, Beverley said. This is an extremely bold take by Beverley, as Thompson played a key role as the Warriors' second option next to Curry in the backcourt as the Splash Brothers dominated the NBA offensively. Of course, George has put together a successful NBA career himself, and he would have given the Warriors another great scorer and defender next to Curry and Green, though his role would likely not have been what Thompson's was due to him being a forward. Despite this, George still would have likely fit into Steve Kerr's lineup in Golden State well alongside Curry and Green, but for Beverley to say he would have helped them win more championships may be a bit much. This is due to the connection between Curry, Thompson, and Green, which was a major factor in their 4 championships together, and Thompson played a large role not only on the offensive side, but he was also a great defender before suffering multiple major leg injuries. Either way, it will never be known if George could have helped the Warriors win more championships than they did with Thompson, though Golden State is likely pleased with how their dynasty turned out. The Golden State Warriors have been quiet so far this offseason, but the speculation hasn't stopped. The team continues to be linked to trade targets across the league, with Trey Murphy III of the New Orleans Pelicans emerging as a name to watch. NBA insider Jake Fisher recently reported that Golden State has a strong affinity for the 6 feet 8 inches forward, who is coming off his best season yet. Murphy averaged 21.2 points per game in 2024-25, shooting 36.1% from deep and logging heavy minutes as a reliable starter. At just 25 years old, he looks like the type of player who could reshape the Warriors' future. Could the Warriors go all in? Peter O'Keefe of Blue Man Hoops recently floated a 4-team blockbuster idea that would send Murphy to Golden State. The deal is steep, but it underscores just how valuable the young forward has become. Proposed trade. Warriors receive Trey Murphy III. Pelicans receive Moses Moody, Nick Richards, Haywood Highsmith, 2026, 2028, 2032 first-round picks from Warriors. Suns receive Jonathan Kuminga. Nets receive Grayson Allen, 2027 first-round pick from Suns tied to Utah, CLE or MIN, 2026 second-round pick from Suns tied to OKC, DAL or PHI, 2030 second-round pick from Pelicans. For Golden State, this is the definition of going all in. Giving up Kuminga, Moody, and 3 first-round picks is a serious package for a player who hasn't yet made an all-star team. But it might also be the kind of gamble that keeps the Stephen Curry era alive for a little while longer. Why Trey Murphy fits the Warriors. Murphy has steadily developed into one of the league's most dangerous wing scorers. At 6 feet 8 inches, he has the size to guard multiple positions and the shooting stroke to stretch defenses. On a Warriors roster already boosted by Jimmy Butler, Murphy would add another layer of scoring and versatility, giving Golden State one of the league's most dynamic forward pairings. O'Keefe explained the risk-reward balance of the deal. This may seem like a lot and perhaps too much for a player who's never made an all-star team, but the beauty of a 25-year-old trade target means you give yourself some insurance against a hopeless future once Curry, Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green retire. The Warriors have been caught in the middle of trying to compete now while protecting their long-term assets. Murphy's age and upside give them a rare chance to do both. Will the Pelicans even listen? That's the biggest question. Fisher reported that the Pelicans have batted away calls for Murphy, and there's little incentive for them to part with a rising young star on a good contract. Still, New Orleans' recent draft night decision, dealing a completely unprotected 2026 first-round pick to Atlanta, raised eyebrows around the league and suggested a certain level of dysfunction. If that front office is willing to take risks, perhaps the Warriors can position themselves to capitalize. Warriors face a tough decision. The Warriors' slow offseason has only amplified pressure to act. Kuminga's restricted free agency looms large. Without clarity on his future, Golden State has struggled to make moves elsewhere. At some point, they'll have to decide whether to double down on this core or pivot toward building around younger talent. Going after Trey Murphy III would be a gamble, but it's the type of move that could pay off in the short term. It could also keep the franchise competitive beyond the Curry years. For now, it's only a trade pitch. But if Golden State wants to make noise in the West, it may take exactly this kind of bold swing. The Golden State Warriors have had a quiet offseason up to this point. Al Horford will soon officially sign with the team, but outside of that, the Warriors have been largely focused on the stalemate between them and Jonathan Kuminga. Nonetheless, an interesting name has come up in connection with the Warriors recently. ESPN's Anthony Slater recently linked Seth Curry, the brother of Stephen Curry, to Golden State, bringing a whole new meaning to the Splash Brothers moniker. Besides the clear family ties, Seth could be a solid bench option for the Warriors. Just like his brother, Seth Curry is a respectable shooter as well. Much like future Hall of Fame brother, Curry has been an excellent shooter in his own right in his NBA career. In his 11-year NBA career, Curry is a 43% three-point shooter. Last season with the Charlotte Hornets, Curry averaged 6.5 points per game and led the NBA in three-point percentage with his 45.6% mark. While bringing in the younger Curry brother would be a cool story to cap off the end of the Stephen Curry era in Golden State, Seth would still be a viable addition to the team's depth next season. Still a very capable three-point shooter, Curry could bring an added boost on the perimeter as the Warriors look to compete for a championship next season.